Top of the morning. If you don't know us, I'm Ben Hallbrooks. This is my wife, Whitney, and we serve as the high school youth leaders here at Cross Creek. So we're just going to take a couple minutes to share a little bit about that ministry. So take it away, ladies first.
Okay, so we were both greatly impacted by our experiences in youth group growing up. So I think the Lord really, for me, I know for Ben too, planted those seeds really early on of just a passion to work with the high school, junior high. And when we were dating, we both worked, we were in youth interns at a church, so that love of doing that ministry together started really early. And then we got married and we came to join Cross Creek, and Chris asked us to help with the youth, and it was just a really natural fit for us. It's something that we both really enjoy, we have a lot of fun with, and we kind of felt God's calling for us as a couple when we first got married to really use our home as a ministry point. And since we were in a church that didn't have a church building, the youth meeting on our house, we just loved it. So it's something that we really enjoy.
Yeah, and like Whitney said, youth ministry played such an important role in our own lives that we're humbled to be able to now kind of turn around and speak into the lives of our students here at our church and beyond. And it's such a formative time in the life of a student, and students that I love the fact that students that will ask really tough questions because they're being bombarded by all kinds of ideas, all kinds of worldviews, and they're really wrestling, sometimes really wrestling with scripture, really wrestling with faith in a deep way. And I think that's pretty neat, and I want to encourage that. And I think it's cool to be able to speak into their lives and to connect with them on that level. So beyond all the silliness and crazy times that we have, at the core of it, what we want to provide for our students is we want to challenge them to internalize their faith and to make it their own. Not be their parents' faith, and not even be their youth leader's faith or their pastor's faith or their friend's faith, but it be their own faith, and that they have a connection, they have a relationship with Jesus Christ themselves.
Can I say something? Okay. One thing that we really feel passionate about is I think we see a lot of times, both of our parents really called us to higher standards growing up, and we just feel like we see a lot of oh, they're just teenagers, they're just gonna be teenagers, and we're like, no, they're believers, and the Lord is calling them to a higher purpose in this time in their life, and this is a time when they can share their faith, and the gospel can really become a deep thing for them, like Ben was saying. So
yeah, I think a lot of young people too, in an age of surfaces, they're really yearning for something real and something with depth. They really are. Whether or not they seem to vocalize that might be a different question, but I truly think that they're looking for that, and it's a battleground. Research from Pew and Lifeway show that 70% of evangelical youth stopped going to church by age 23. And we don't want to be part of that stat. We want to reverse that. And we want youth that are passionate about Jesus Christ, and they're actually reaching more and being instruments for his kingdom in that way. And that's a pretty cool thing to be a part of.
So one thing that we want to kind of try new here coming up is we really would love volunteers. So I think I've heard people say to me oh, I'm not young enough, I'm not cool enough to work with the youth. And we would just say they don't need cool. That's not what they need. They need people who can come walk alongside them, speak into their life, someone who can be there maybe to talk about hard issues that they don't bring up with their parents, or just someone to really model what that looks like for them. I know we both had people in our lives at that point doing that for us, and greatly impacted us. And that impact still has implications, I know, in my life. So if you are interested in volunteering, just to come help on Wednesday nights, we have it at our house. We have triplet girls, and I'm always crazy to get them down to bed and get downstairs and just be there for the girls. So if anyone wants to come volunteer in any way, just please let us know. We would love that.
All right. Thank you all.
Thank y'all.